Hirana kalya potokurshi hemoto. Hiranaya tokurani kimaya takalya tata. Rohotaya vishitanya kalya potahashaka. Hiropomati haryamukode. Ishtaya mukupala karanda krusha hyarata. If we were here now in this moment, and we were experiencing grace, and we were experiencing truth, and we were experiencing love, and the divinity within us was speaking through us as the divine essence of all things. God grace comes through us as the essence of all things. We are truthful, we are divine, we are loving, we are pure, and we are free. And if this divinity is coming through us, right, speaking through us, the divine essence that is God's grace is coming through us, speaking through us, knowing us, becoming us, seeing us, feeling us, experiencing us. We know that this grace within us feels, sees, and does everything that we are on this earth plane as we walk through the world in a daily, gracious, energetic exchange. We are accepting God's grace within our being. We are accepting the truth of consciousness within our true selves. We are allowing grace to be seen within us, around us, over us, under us, behind us. Everything we are doing is God's grace. Everything we are seeing is God's essence, God's truth, and God's peace. Everything we are knowing is the essence of all things. We expect God's grace to come through us now. We expect God's grace to come through us now, as we expect God's grace to come through us now in this essence of God's consciousness, God's bliss, God's divinity. We know that everything we're doing is perfect, pristine, amazing, divine. The blessings that we give, the blessings that we feel, the blessings that we experience, the blessings that we know. This essence of God's consciousness is with us now. This essence of God's grace is inside of us now. This essence of God's truth will see us and be seen by us. So how many times have you woken up with the consciousness of I am God's grace, I am God's light, and I am God's truth? How many times have you waken up with the consciousness of I am the self that I know as me, divinely, inside of me? That essence, that truth, that peace, that divinity that is seen inside of me, that is the essence that we are seeking for, is it not? So how many times have we woken up with this inner knowing, right? This inner graciousness, this inner development of our true consciousness, of our true bliss, of our true state of oneness. I will give you a gift in this essence now. As we seek for God's grace within our very own beings, we are seeking for the essence of all things. This is what we are seeking for. God's grace is the essence of all things, and we are seeking as ourselves, within ourselves, for this very essence of God's grace to be seen within us and without, right? Within and without. The essence that is seeking to be seen, to be known, to be heard, to be felt. This is God's divinity. This is God's grace. This is God's peace. This is God's feeling quality of knowing we are that essence in all things. Seeking for the wonderment, seeking for the joy, seeking for that peace within us that is the very essence that teaches us how to be divine, right? It teaches us how to be divine. What is happening here now in this moment? What is happening here now in this moment? Are we seeking for divinity? Are we seeking for peace? Are we seeking for envelopment of our true essence? Are we seeking for entitlement to become who we already are? We are entitled to be who we already are. We seek nothing but our own truth, our own joy, our own inner understanding, and our own peace. We seek nothing but the joy of life, the joy of living, the joy of seeing and feeling and knowing. We are that space of truth and divinity, asking for God's grace within our being now. I am God's grace. I am God's truth. I am God's peace. I accept me as the divinity that I seek. I accept me as the divinity that I seek. I feel my essential quality of grace. I feel my essential quality of peace. I feel my essential quality of knowing here, now, in this moment of grace, the all and the everything that ever was and ever will be. I seek now within myself. I seek now for the divine essence that is God's grace within me. So somehow I have found myself in a state of not knowing. Somehow I have found myself in a state of not seeing. Somehow I have found myself in a state of not conceiving of the life of my creation now on this earth plane. Somehow I have found myself in a place of not feeling the grace of God's consciousness within my own being. Somehow I have received an energetic awakening that is within me now, and I am seeking only this energetic awakening. Why am I seeking? Why am I looking? Why am I feeling? Why am I releasing anything that is not part of this beingness of grace and consciousness now? That is my essence, that is my grace, that is my truth, and that is my peace. I know God's grace rests within me as me, so I will now seek only for that grace within my being. I will now seek only for that grace within my seeking. I will seek only for that grace within my knowingness. The things that I am wanting are free already. The things that I am wanting are free already. They see me within my true self of divine essence and peace. They see me within my true self of divine awakening and grace. The things that I am wanting are already in this aspect of kindness and love and divinity. They already see me as me in my dwelling place of essential grace and truth in everything I am doing. I am divine. I am peaceful, I am loving, and I am free. This essential quality of grace that rests within me as this essence of God's divinity now speaks, now says, now knows we are kind, we are loving, and we are free, always in this space of peace. The gift that I bring today is your divine essence, your divine truth, and your divine peace. Mata. The gift that I bring today is your divine quality of understanding the need to be more of freedom, right? The freedom that you are living in is giving you what you want, what you need, what you desire. Because only within the freedom are you aware, are you awake, are you conscious, are you alive, are you knowing. Meto. I want to see you as divine. I want to see you as peaceful. I want to see you as loving. I want to see you as kind. I want to see you as becoming who you are, always have been, and always will be. Mata. Areke mata shutokuro ta hareke mata. Maroko pashafaka mata. Why do we ask for grace within our beings? What is it that is asking? What is it that is asking for grace within our beings? What is it that is asking for grace within our beings? We want grace. We want to receive the essence of God's grace within our beings because this is the consciousness that allows us to become who we are already, right? This is the consciousness that allows us to become who we want to be, have always wanted to be, and will always want to be. We consciously are allowing ourselves to arrive into a space of conscious understanding now. This allowance within our beings, this allowance of God's grace, this allowance of God's divinity, this allowance of speaking through us, as us, in us, is speaking the words of the consciousness that is within us in all things. We speak only for seeking grace. We speak only for seeking divinity, and we speak only for seeking essence and kindness and love within all things. I want you to know that within your awareness, within your consciousness, within your allowance of grace, you will seek only for that divine essence within your being now. Mitaka Rashad. I am aware of my kindness. I am aware of my love. I am aware of my truth. I am aware of my divinity. I speak only for the kindness that dwells within me, and all things are gracefully received by my beingness in this consciousness of divinity now. Mata. Mareki potashutokuru haliyatakuru hum harakiata. If you allow yourself the essence, the quality, the grace, the knowingness that you are receiving from this energetic exchange, you will allow yourself to be the essence that you are, always have been, and always will be. Now accept your gracious kindness, your gracious love, your gracious truth. Accept your gracious divinity. Accept your gracious knowingness. Accept you as the one that you always have been, in truth, in love, in peace. Kamoto. Mashtakal hirokurotare patanaka. Nearatoto shitakamatolia te shinakapate shite o makarvashvashvashvashvakuru hayap Mare shakitunu hal hiru kapahele aru shay futa alaya bahli mekete ayno beshare Hurane baale humare Wolhe Shatare Bota. I am God's grace now. I am God's grace now. Karvashai Ole. Hiroshal Dimone Retekata Shatare. Shatahare Komase Hamate. Haralie Kurutare Kopa Shiva 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 Komate. Le Komatahre Kapata Shitakatare. O Panakali Shitakarani Hiro me. Arhi Shuto Haran Hare Apata Le Huru Kamate Rete Shitakarosho. Le monare tonde shabola yoto naiti. Naruto krusha. Now we accept God's grace into our being. Now we accept God's divinity as the truth of our being. Now we accept the knowingness, the quality of the oneness that we are seeking. We know that God is the grace and the truth within our being. We know that God seeks us as us in the truth of our essential truth. I am oneness. I am truth. I am love. I am. Arashato Korahanaka. Narako. Okay. This is our wonderment. This is our joy. This is our truth. This is our peace. This is our love. We know that everything we are doing is divine grace. We know that everything we are doing is divine peace and love. We know that as we essentially awaken to the space within us that knows God's grace as love, as kindness, as peace, as truth, we give ourselves the quality of grace that we have been knowing, seeing, and feeling. I am God's grace. I am God's love. I am the divinity as me, in me. I am seeking only for that grace, that peace, and that love now. Kurusha Haranaka Mate Kuro. Marako.
Love is all you ever need.